Okay, we're going to do more factoring. We'll have a quiz on this later this week, but with lots of review, lots of practice. Okay, Henry? Headset off, please. iPads put away. No, away. Means closed and put under your desk. Shouldn't see iPads out. It's not going to take me very long to do this, I don't think. Takes less time if you pay attention. Okay, Ray. I want to factor completely. First thing I'm going to do is find the greatest common factor. If you always do that first, it makes life easier. So we're going to factor out the greatest common factor. Lalo says it's 2. Okay. Lucas. Okay, Audrey. Once I pull a 2 out, 2 times what, Mariah? Okay, guys, I want you all focused here. But I have a 2x squared there. Squared. Plus. Then what goes here? 2 divides into 4. How many? Guys, Ray. 2 goes into 4x, 2x times. Ray. And 2 goes into negative 30 how many times? Negative 15. Okay, shh. Okay, you guys in the back, if you could be quieter. Joe, put your phone away. We're not doing phones right now. We're not doing iPads right now. Because you're not focusing on what we're doing. Well, you need to focus. Okay. How do you get 15, Henry? When we factor this, we always factor the first one. You're not done. If that's an exponent of 2, you keep trying. It's not to say you're going to be able to do anymore. But then factor the trinomial.
Isn't this the same as what we were just?
Yeah, I'm just reviewing.
Okay.
Well, but this is actually putting it all together. Sometimes you're just given, Julian, the trinomial. Sometimes you're given a trinomial with a greatest common factor. So we always do the greatest common factor first. Ray. Now, how are you going to get x squared here? X times what? X.
Not even your pencil, but okay. Yours is right there, exactly. Will you look down? No, don't talk to me. I don't like you.
You guys.
I'm so frustrated right now. I'm trying to pay attention.
Guys, it's 10 minutes into the hour. Guys. Do I have to seat you every other seat then?
No.
I don't want to do that, but let's work on this. The problem is, if you don't pay attention now, when you get to the homework, you're not going to get it right. So I want you to get it right and have as few questions as possible, and I'll answer those questions on an individual basis. Now we look to the sign here, and that's a negative sign. So, David, what do they have to be? If this is a difference sign, what has to be true about the sign? They must be, no, they must be different. It's a difference sign, so the signs are going to be different. Does it matter where I put the plus and the minus? No. Okay, Julian, what numbers of 15? What are the factors of 15? Now I want a process that works every time. Okay, Henry, put that away. Taylor, 1 times 15. What else? Does 2 go in?
Yeah.
3 times 5. Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, you're either going to add them or subtract them, and let's say you don't know which it's going to be. What's the only combination here that will give you a 2? No, I have to choose a pair from here. 3 and 5. 1 times 1 is not 15. These are the only choices. So I want a 3 and a 5, and I could just put them in, and we could check it by foiling. Now, remember, I have a knack of getting them right on the first try. Did I do it right? First off, this is x squared, and this is minus 15. That's why I chose the numbers I did. Okay? It's mine. No, we're doing this right now. And we're going to FOIL this. What is a positive 5x? Plus 5x minus 3x. That's how you get the middle terms when you FOIL. And what happens to that? What do you get? What's 5x minus 3x? 2x. Did that work? Yeah. I wanted a positive 2x. I only have 2 examples. That's it. So let's try the next one. Mariah, do you need to sit up front? Now, Do you want me to try factoring that like x times x, or do you want to factor out a greatest common factor first? Always do GCF. So what's the greatest common factor? 5. Unfortunately, if it's not 5, we're in trouble. So 5 times what gives you 5x squared? Henry? No. You're playing with whatever this is, a computer. Okay. Oh, I'll get these back. Yes. At the end of the hour. Okay, 5 times 5 times what? 5 times what gives you 5x squared? 1x squared. Check. You always check. You know if you did these right or wrong. And 5 goes into 10. How many times? No, 5 into 10 is 2x. And 5 into 5 is? 1. Now, that's not to say you couldn't have factored that trinomial without doing the greatest common factor first, but it's so much easier. Now, we're going to try to see if we can do this. It's not always possible, but you don't want to leave an x squared there if you can get rid of it. So, Lalo, how do I get x squared? X times what? X. There are no sides. Both factors. X times x. This is a plus sign, which means I'm going to have the same signs as this one. So it's what? And then, you know what? How many factors of 1 are there? 1. 1 times 1. That's my only choice. If that doesn't work, I'm done. Does that work?
Yes, it works.
This gives you 1x. Remember, what do you do with the middle terms? You add them. Plus 1x is 2x. Yeah, that works. So I shouldn't see any papers coming in without being checked. You at least can check it this way. Plus, on your iPads, if you're going to Schoology, there they are. No, okay, I'll get these. I'll get these. I'll collect them. Okay, you are to be working on worksheet B. It's pink. If you don't have one, some of you may not have one because I seem to have a lot here. Who does not have one of these? Do you have one of these? They were pink before. The last 2 were pink. Yeah, so get that out. And did I correct it and give it back?
Oh, it's just the front.
I don't know if you did the back, though.
I'm done.